Hello everybody, Guilty here, and welcome to my unboxing review of the Figma Nobara Kugisaki. I apologize for this one being a little late. Some things came up and I had to prioritize a few things over this, but I have her now, and I'm terrified. Oh my god, when you guys are watching this, I literally just finished my review of the Figma Aris Boreas Grey Rat from Mushoku Tensei, and if you've seen that review, you've seen that Figma was pretty damn disappointing for me, and now I am absolutely terrified for this figure, and well, I'm terrified for this figure, but there's also the possibility that this figure will, satiate, actually, that maybe it will be good, and maybe it will put my worries at ease, but, I'm scared. I'm definitely scared. Because that Aris felt very phoned in a lot of ways, and before Aris was Megumi Fushiguro, and he also had a lot of QC problems, so I'm really worried. I'm really worried that they are trying to kill this line, man. I am really fucking worried about it, and, let's see if Nobara can do it. And also, let's see if this thing can even touch the SHF Nobara. This figure is absolutely immaculate. So we will be doing an in-depth comparison between her and her in this video. And I have my doubts that this figure is going to beat that SH Figuarts. But let's get into it. So here is the box right here. We'll take a look at the box. Of course, we have a nice red right here. Just like with Aris, I did get this through AmiAmi's eBay page. So I did, of course, get the same AmiAmi card that I got with Aris. Although I will say it's a good thing I got two, because this one is super damaged. This is the one that came with my Nobara, and this one is super damaged. But luckily, I have this one, so no harm, no done. But no harm, no done. Is that no harm, no foul? There we go. Anyway, let's take a look at the box here. So we have Nobara Kugisaki, we have Jujutsu Kaisen, Toho Animation 571. Awesome picture of the figure right there. Good smile comedy on the side. Beautiful picture of Nobara right there. Nobara Kugisaki on the back. A ton of obligatory product shots right there on the other side. Awesome picture right here with the straw doll. That looks great on the top. Another awesome picture of her. I love that face. I can't wait to see how that face turned out. And then on the bottom, awesome picture right there as well. There we go. Camera focused in a bit. I'll give you guys another quick little look at all the sides right here, because I think the camera was kind of out of focus in that one. There you go. So yeah, there you have that. Alrighty, here we go. Here we go. Cutting to me, picking her up for the first time. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, getting her out of the box right here. The torso joint is, a little bit looser than I'd like it to be, but it's pretty manageable. This is not like Aris. This is a perfectly fine joint, but I would have just liked it to be ever so slightly tighter. The legs are a bit janky. Oh, like, my god, I don't know what Figma has so difficult time with getting their legs, but at least this one is mostly covered up by this skirt. And talking about this skirt, this is definitely a different cloth than they use with the Kaguya-sama figures right here. These definitely do not feel like the same kind of cloth right here. But I kind of like the way this one feels. Not as opposed to this one. This one still feels fine. But, I don't know. That has a different feeling. Honestly, the whole figure kind of has a different feeling. And so far, I like it. Yeah, so far, I'm a fan. Ooh, very nice. Love how they did the arms right here. That's definitely an improvement over the SHF. See, man, I'm so disappointed, not because of this figure, but because this figure is good, and the tolerances are good. Why was that Aris so phoned in, man? Why? I don't understand. Mushoku Tensei is a great show, and that's a great character. I know everybody loves Jujutsu Kaisen, and it's so popular, and it's the hot, big shonen, but you guys knock it out of the park with other figures that aren't from shonen. Like, Rimuru is hands down the greatest Figma of all time. I don't even want to hear it. Rimuru is the greatest Figma of all time. This thing is god tier. And I mean, yeah, deserved. I mean, it's Rimuru. Of course it's god tier. It needs to be god tier. You know, god tier for a god. But I'm just saying, why do we have two great Figmas sometimes, and then sometimes you get something like that Aris that is just so flawed? But this review's about Nobara, and so far, Nobara is quite good. Let's get in here on the sculpting. Alrighty, head sculpt looks like dynamite. Absolutely beautiful job on the head sculpt. The hair looks great. Eyes look great as well. The nose looks good as well. Yeah, face sculpt looks really good. I'm definitely really excited to see her smiling face sculpt. That's definitely the one I'm going to be displaying this one with. But moving down to her torso right there, of course, we found out through, I found out through the SH Figuarts that apparently Nobara is actually very well endowed. And yes, they did carry that over right here on this Figma, looking really great. They did, of course, get those nice golden buttons right there on the torso. Same right there as well. Love the sculpting work for the wrinkles right here on the arms. And I love how they did this. We're just going to go ahead and bring in the SHF right now just so we can show 100% that the Figma has won in the torso category. Not the boob size, the freaking like arms right here. So the SHF, the way the SHF handled the arms was it had these big old openings right here, and this allowed you to get all the movement that you wanted with the arms. So that's how they did the arms on this. But this one, they sculpted it in. And that looks significantly better. You can see the difference right here between the arms on this one as opposed to the Figma. That is definitely going to be a win in the Figma's favor right there. So at the moment, Figma is winning. I'd say also head sculpt does look a little bit more anime accurate than the SH Figuarts. Moving down to the skirt, I love the skirt. This actually looks really great. This was always one of the big problems with the SHF, with the SH Figuarts Nobara is this rubber skirt that just didn't let you get any movement whatsoever. But this Figma with this cloth skirt, I was always telling you guys this cloth skirt was gonna be a good thing on this figure. And what do you know, man? This is pretty damn excellent. This allows you to get so much movement, and I will say that this skirt just makes the figure feel more premium, dude. It really does. Like, this is beautifully done. Absolutely love it. And you can barely tell. Look how good they did on the color matching right here. That looks so... Look at that. I brightened my camera up so you can see. Look how perfectly they got the color matching. This has that nice matte finish too. That's awesome. And yes, the skirt looks absolutely fucking fantastic. They killed it with the skirt. So that is another thing that the Figma is going to be winning over with from the SHF. The skirt is definitely better on the Figma. I will also say, looking at her now, the hair color of the Figma is definitely superior to the SHF. The SHF's hair is so much more like dull. The Figma's hair is so much more vibrant and so much more accurate. I love the way the hair looks on the Figma. Alrighty, so far so great. Moving down to the skirt, to the stocking piece right here, and these look great. They did a great job on these. Again, the legs are a little bit janky. Really wish they could get their shit together with that, but at least they're not wobbly and loose and floppy like another Figma that we looked at recently. But the shoes also look great, and I heard multiple people say that the shoes on this figure were so much better than on the SHF, and yes, I absolutely agree. These look so good. Honestly, comparing these now, these actually kind of look like clown shoes, don't they? These are actually really, really nicely done on the Figma. And then the SHF just has these like big ass clown shoes right here. I mean, they work. They let her stand up really, really easily, but the Figma definitely takes it in this. So yeah, actually surprisingly so far, the Figma is winning for me. I was not expecting this figure to beat the SHF, man, but so far, I'm pretty damn happy with her. Alrighty, I went ahead and popped her on her stand, but honestly, I don't think I like the stand on this because it plugs in very high upper body, like compared to like Megumi here, where Megumi has it all the way like on the bottom right here. She has it all the way on like the top here, and it's super duper tight. Like, my goodness gracious, that is so tight. So yeah, stand not too great for this, but hey, that is not a big deal, especially since she does a great job standing up by herself. So at the end of the day, doesn't really matter, does it? Alrighty, for comparison, actually, I don't think I even, okay, for the first comparison here, I don't need her on the stand right here because all of my JJK Figmas are not on their stand. So let's bring it in, 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 bring it in. There we go. There is the whole team. Wow. Wow, man. They look fucking stupendous together. Holy shit, this is a phenomenal set of figures. They really knocked it out of the park here, man. Wow, these are fantastic. These are absolutely fantastic. Just real quick, just to show you how the SHF looks compared here. So there's the SHF, and yeah, I mean, it works, but we'll pop in the Figma here. And yeah, guys, I think I'm honestly already ready to say that once again, I like the Figma better than the SHF, which I honestly was not expecting. I was not expecting this Figma to beat this SHF, but honestly, I think I'm already ready to say that it does. All right, we'll pop her on the stand for the rest of these Figma comparisons. Well, here she is with my previous Figma review, and just the most disappointed I have been this entire year with a figure. Oh, now that I actually have this good Figma right after having this Figma, it's just like, my God, dude, what happened? What happened? I would have so preferred to have this be the good one, man. I already had a good Nobara. Seriously, man, there's some serious shonen bias or something going on here. I'm so disappointed with this Eris Morya's Grey Rat Figma, and this Nobara Figma is fucking excellent, dude. And these came out like simultaneously. At least she looks good, though. The Eris does look good. But fuck these legs, dude. Just fuck these awful legs. And here she is with the Figma Aqua and the Figma Kaguya right here. Oh my goodness gracious, I love Figma so much. I just wish that Eris was good. Like, what happened, Figma? What happened? All these figures are so good, and I'm gonna move them out of the side here and bring in, of course, I know we already showed him, but we can show him again because he is Rimuru. They have her with Lord Rimuru right there. Oh, what happened with that Eris, man? Dude, this entire review is just gonna be me being so disappointed with that fucking Figma Eris because this figure is so good. And here she also is with some glorious, amazing Yamaguchi figures right here. So you can see how she scales with some of the absolute winners of the year right now for me. But bringing it back, this Nobara's lit, man. So there you have that. I guess I should probably take her off her stand now because we don't need that for these guys. And you guys want to get a good look at how she scales. So there you go. And here she is with the SHF Yuta, which looks a little big, but here she also is with the SHF Yor right here, so you can see how she scales. You could still use her with Yuta, although at the moment they haven't actually met, at least in the anime. Maybe they have in the manga, but yeah, there you have that. And here she is with Jason and Galvatron. Alrighty, it's my favorite time of the review. It's accessory time, baby. Alrighty, we have... Okay, the SHF definitely wins one thing over, and that is the hands. This is all the hands we get for the Figma Nobara. We get some fists, we get some gripping hands, and we get some splayed out hands. These are fine and all, but I am going to so miss this hand right here. My God, this is like the best accessory that this SHF Nobara came with, man. This accessory kicks so much ass, and oh, I want it back, man. Look how expressive you can be with this accessory, man. That is so good. I love that fucking finger gun accessory, and I'm super disappointed that this figure did not come with it. But hey, these are the hands they gave you, and these are pretty good. And these look like relaxed hands, so I definitely got to give credit where credit is due, because you guys know how much I love relaxed hands. But let's have a look at how easy the hands are to switch. Oh my God, they're easy to switch, Ethan. What happened with Eris, man? Why did Eris have to be so phoned in? This figure's so good, Figma. This literally just shows me how good you can do and why you fucked it up so hard and phoned it in so hard with that Eris. But yeah, there you have that hand switch out like an absolute dream, which is glorious. Let me just go ahead and pop on both because it's so fucking easy that who even cares? Just do that. Pop this on. Beautiful. There we go. Oh my God. Oh, this figure's so good. Oh, this may even be the best JJK Figma, dude. This may be the best one. Damn it. I already had a good Nobara. I didn't have a good Eris. Anyway, let's take a look at the faces here. We have, oh my God, that face is amazing. Oh my God, this Figma's so good. Look at these faces. So what on earth is going on here? That is actually a little bit weird. I thought her tongue was out for a second. I thought she was doing some kind of kiss thing right here. Hang on, let's have a look at this open mouth face real quick before we put on the one that's almost definitely going to be displayed on her. Okay, the fringe is a little bit tough to pull off there. There we go. Probably just because it's my first time doing it, though. So let's pop this one on, see if it looks as weird as it does on the figure here. There we go. It does look a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. This looks very like death metal looking. I mean, on the camera, it looks good, but in person, dude, when you see this in person, it looks off. Like, this face is off. Yeah, dude, this face is weird. I'm not a fan of this face. That's gonna be a no from me, dog. This is the first negative thing with this Figma, but this face is a no from me, dog. That's bad. So, at least the SHF does does win in that department as well. So far, it's been kind of a balanced battle between the SHF. Lots of things going in the Figma's favor, but also better hands on the SHF. And yeah, she came with multiple faces that were way better than this angry face. But honestly, I don't really care because before I even got this fucking figure, I knew what face I'm gonna be displaying this figure with, and you guys know as well. And honestly, most of you are probably gonna be displaying her with the exact same one, this happy face. Let's see it. Oh, yes. Well, honestly, it's not perfect, but I do like this a lot more than what they kind of choose to give you with the SHF. Don't get me wrong, I like the psycho happy face as well, but this is good. This captures her more happy side. You're gonna be able to get some nice poses with her and Yuji and Gojo together goofing off and Megumi all pissed in the background. Yeah, this is a good face. Although I will say this isn't hitting as hard as I was expecting it to, but still really good. I actually think the default face might actually be my favorite, surprisingly enough. This one just looks the most accurate to the character, but this is definitely really good, and it is good to have this face expression available to me with a Nobara figure. Okay, so far the battle's pretty balanced right now, but I will say overall, just in general, the Figma feels a bit more premium than the SHF. While we're here though, let's have a look at the comparison between their elbow joints, because that's one of my favorite things about the SHF Nobara, and Figma almost gets about the same amount, just a little bit less. The SHF does get a little bit more at the arm movement right there, but the Figma is not too far behind, and if you decide to go with the Figma, I don't think there'll be any problems. You're still gonna easily be able to get her hammer over her shoulder right there, so yeah, pretty good. Although I will say, the SHF's elbow joints are so satisfying, dude. This like crazy double hinge that they've got going on here, so satisfying, and definitely more satisfying than the Figma. But now let's take a look at the hammer, and the hammer's really tiny. This probably is more anime accurate compared to the SHF, but yeah, the SHF's is much like bigger, and I don't know, I kind of like the SHF's more actually, but they do both have her heart on it, which is very, very nice right there. And let's get her a gripping hand here, so pop that off. All right, we'll go ahead and pop on, oop, that's the wrong side. Go ahead and pop on gripping hand here. Plop that in there. There we go. Yeah, it looks a little bit more puny on the Figma right here. I actually think I'm going to give the win for the hammer. I'm going to give the win to the SHF here. The Figma looks a little puny. It's probably accurate, but honestly, whether it's accurate or not, I kind of prefer the bigger hammer right there. I think the bigger hammer is just more aesthetically pleasing right there. Unfortunately, I don't think she has a gripping hand that would let me give her this bigger hammer. I'm pretty sure that would not fit in her hand right there. You may be able to have like a different Figma that could fit the hand, like a hand from a different Figma that might be able to fit this on there, but it's okay. I think I'll just keep them with their two accessories because I will not be selling off my SHF Nobara. I'm a big fan of this figure, and I do not want to sell it off, even though I have this Figma now. But I do think I do like the hammer better on the SHF. That being said, though, this still is perfectly good, and if you don't have the SHF, you're not going to have any like previous notions about that, so this hammer is going to be perfectly fine. Although it is a little bit more, oh yeah, you actually can't get, so you cannot get a like over the shoulder pose with her like you can with the SHF. Ooh, another point in the SHF's favor. I really like this pose with the SHF having the hammer over her shoulder like that. I think that looks so good. And this is not a pose that you're able to do with the Figma. So yet another thing that the SHF has. It's a very close battle actually. And then we get this alternate hand right here, and we get individual nails. And what we're supposed to do is just take the individual nails and plug them in to this right there, and they just slip right in. Be careful with these nails. They're gonna flare because you might lose them. You get 6 of these, so it shouldn't be a problem. But yeah, you just get these, and you plug them in to these little peg holes right here in the hand. And this is definitely very difficult. You may want to get like a pair of pliers or something when you do this. There we go. Get in there. Oh, God, that is sharp as fuck. Holy shit. Fucking idiot. There you go. So you can have that. And I guess they give you this hand right here. This hand also has the hammer. Oh, yeah, you can put the hammer in there. So you can have the hammer and the nails in that one hand right there. That's interesting. That's pretty interesting right there. I don't know if that's... You get another hand as well. Is this just for the other side, though? Yeah, it is. It's just for the other side right there. So, yeah, that's a little bit weird. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it works. I mean, it definitely works. Let me just pop this on here right here. So we'll pop that on Try not to knock out any of the nails. Again, you get 6, I think? 6 nails, I believe. Looks like you get 7 nails. So you get 7 nails, so we can do that. And then we'll pop off this hand. Give her this guy. Pop that on really easily. Give her the hammer on this side. And there you go. She's ready for action. Of course, again, though, I'm pretty sad that her movement does not allow her to get... Oh, very close. You can almost get it over her shoulder, but you just barely can't really get it to look right. But you can still get some pretty good movement right here with this right there. So yeah, there you have that. And then finally, one last accessory. We get actually 2 more accessories, my bad. Oh man, they crush it with this. You get her straw doll right here, and this looks absolutely fantastic. And I think, yeah, you use the relaxed hands for this, I believe. This just like, yeah, just like goes into the relaxed hand right there. So you can have that going on. That is awesome. I'm almost definitely gonna display her with this straw doll right here because the SHF does not come with the straw doll, and I've always not really been a fan of that with the SHF. So this is another thing that the Figma is going to be winning over with the SHF right here. So very, very nicely done right there. Yeah, there you go. There you have her with the straw doll right there. Admittedly, she doesn't hold it the best, but hey, there you have that. And at least she comes with it, unlike the SHF. So that is also very nice. And then last but not least, to finish up the figure, you get a nice cursed energy effect right here. And this is wonderful. I am so glad that they included with this figure. Is it just the fist hands that you use? Let's just pop it on this side right here. I think you're probably supposed to put it on the other side right here. You could probably use the Yuji ones as well if you wanted to. I'm sure they would work fine. But hey, you get this one. Oh wow, how does that work exactly? Hang on. So the hands are way too loose to use this with. I have no idea how you're supposed to... What? How are you supposed to... Do you not put the hands on maybe? Do they just go on? She just put them... You just put it on right there? What? This doesn't work. I don't know. I straight up do not know how you're supposed to get this on here. I don't know. I think you might need some blue tack or something to put it on there, but that seems pretty ridiculous to me. Like, why doesn't this just go on? I don't know. That's a little bit, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that. It looks like they really were banking on you having blue tack or something because this hole is just way too big. There's no way you're going to be able to get any of her hands or anything to firmly sit around that. Like, look at that. It's like a fucking cereal bowl. There's no way you're going to be able to get that in there. It doesn't like taper in, does it? Hang on. It doesn't like taper in, does it? So yeah, have that in there. Oh, hang on. Does that actually? Hang on. Maybe it is. Hang on one second. Yeah, it goes on this hand anyway, so whatever. Let's just pop this off. Try one more time here. Fisted hand. Wow, I took all of her hands off of the sprue. That's not something I do in every Figma review. Okay. It's still really loose. Yeah, it's still really, really loose. I'm not sure how you're supposed to use this. Again, if you had blue tack, you'd be able to make it work, but that's pretty disappointing. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we need some blue tack or something to put that on. That's pretty damn annoying. I don't really like that. I don't like that they were banking on you like using blue tack with that. But hey, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and jump into the final thoughts because that is everything to talk about with the figure. I'm going to give her the straw doll right here because that is definitely a highlight accessory for me. Again, though, they didn't put a ton of thought into her being able to use these accessories. Actually, real quick before we get into the final thoughts, poseability is excellent. You got really good butterfly movement right here in the arms right here. Beautiful movement. They really did a great job with these arms. They made them look good, unlike they made them look better than the SHF, and they still have all that movement and maybe even more. I'm not sure. Let me pull the SHF in here real quick. Yeah, pretty much the same amount of movement, maybe a little bit better on the SH. Oh, actually, the Figma might actually be a little bit better. I don't know. Oops. Whatever, yeah, poseability is great. Alrighty, let's jump into the final thoughts. Oh, it's good. Thank God it's good. Thank all that is holy that it's good. This is a really great Figma. This is probably one of Figma's best releases of the year so far. It is very, very well done. Between this and the SHF, honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with either. Whichever one you want to go with is the right one. They're both excellent. I will say I think the Figma feels a little bit more premium. I think you'll feel like you really got your money's worth with the Figma. Just the quality of the figure, it just feels more premium. The cloth dress is just really nice. You can get a lot more poses with it. There's a lot of aspects that the SHF still has, though. There's a lot of aspects that the Figma has, but the SHF definitely is not out of the running. It's still an excellent Nobara figure. The finger gun hand in particular is a really amazing accessory that the Figma one does not come with, but the Figma one also has the straw doll. It has the happy face. The happy face I am a little bit disappointed in, though. Like I said in the review, I don't know. I think it could have been a little bit better. It does look a little bit off to me, but still pretty darn good. Overall, both of these Nobara figures are excellent, and you can't go wrong with either. But I have to say, I'm very surprised by this, but I have to say, I do think I prefer this Figma. I like the face on it more. I like the hair better. I love the way the shoulders look. The shoulders are a massive improvement, and I love the cloth dress. And again, I just think she feels a bit more premium, a bit more like a premium import anime action figure. So overall, I'm extremely happy with this Nobara. I'm very happy that this figure did not turn out like the last one I reviewed. Yeah, it's very, very nice. If you were thinking about picking her up, I think you will be more than satisfied. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, maybe give me a like and subscribe for some more anime figure reviews in the future. And with that being said, this is DK Guillotine, signing out.